In the quiet town of Aburi, nestled in the lush hills of Ghana's eastern region, two sisters lived under one roof, but with two very different hearts. Nana Akua and Ifya were just a year apart in age, but worlds apart in personality. Akua, the elder, was poised, elegant, and always wore a calm smile that made everyone adore her. She had just completed her Master's in marketing from the University of Ghana and recently got engaged to Kweku Agyeman, a tall, charming entrepreneur who owned a chain of Afrofusion restaurants across Accra. Ifya, on the other hand, was loud, dramatic, and deeply insecure. She dropped out of school 2 years earlier and spent most of her time scrolling social media, comparing her life to others and masking her envy with forced humor and perfectly filtered selfies. Everyone thought the sisters were close. After all, they laughed together at parties and posted each other on Instagram. But deep inside, Ifya was burning. She believed Akua always got everything: the looks, the education, the attention, and now, the man. What no one knew was that Ifya had been secretly seeing Kweku before Akua ever met him. It was a fling, wild, reckless, and over within a month. Kweku had ended it, claiming she was too immature and dramatic. 2 months later, he met Akua at a mutual friend's wedding and fell hard. He never told her about Ifya. But Ifya never forgot. The news of their engagement shattered her. She smiled for the photos, wore matching kente at the engagement party, and danced like a good little sister. But that night, she cried in her room, gripping a bottle of star beer and whispering, "You'll regret this, Kweku." And so, the plan began. One evening, while Akua was out meeting her wedding planner, Ifya lured Kweku to a hotel bar in OSU under a fake WhatsApp number, pretending to be a travel agency wanting to sponsor his restaurant for a culinary tour. He came, curious and eager. But when he arrived and found Ifya sitting at the table in a tight red dress, he knew something was wrong. "I just want to talk," she purred. He refused. But Ifya had come prepared. She slid her phone across the table. On it was a video of them, her and Kweku, together, from 2 years ago. It was grainy but unmistakable. "Break up with her," she hissed, "or I send this to every family member and post it on TikTok." Kweku panicked. But instead of caving, he decided to confess. The next day, he told Akua everything, how he had briefly been involved with Ifya before he ever knew her. He explained that it meant nothing, that he had buried it, and was ashamed to bring it up. Akua was devastated. Not because of Kweku, but because of her sister. Heartbroken and furious, she confronted Ifya. Ifya didn't deny it. "You always get everything." "For once, I wanted to win." Akua slapped her. Not hard, but enough. Enough to end years of bottled resentment. And then came the twist. A week later, Akua vanished. Completely. Her phone was off. Her Instagram was deleted. No one could find her. The wedding was cancelled. The entire family was thrown into confusion. Ifya moved on with a smug smile, until one evening, sitting in her living room watching TV, she saw something that made her drop her phone. There, on the delay show, sat Akua. Smiling. Glowing. And beside her? Kweku. They were married. Secretly. In South Africa. The camera zoomed in as Delay asked, "So, why the secret wedding?" Akua replied calmly, "Because sometimes, the people closest to you are the ones praying for your downfall. And when you find out who they are, the best revenge is living beautifully." The audience erupted. Ifya screamed at the TV. And just when she thought the humiliation couldn't get worse, the final scandal broke. Akua had posted receipts on Facebook, screenshots of Ifya begging Kweku to sleep with her again after the blackmail, plus audio of her plotting to leak the video to bloggers. Ifya became the villain of Ghana Twitter overnight. Hashtags like #JealousSister and #SisterFromHell trended for days. No brands wanted to work with her anymore. She lost her influencer deals. Even her friends started avoiding her. Because in Ghana, reputation is everything, and Ifya had burned hers to the ground. Meanwhile, Akua and Kweku launched a new restaurant in Cape Town. They named it Sister Spice. And guess what the slogan was? Betrayal never tasted so sweet. Subscribe to Afro Tales and Vibes on YouTube for more interesting African tales and mysteries.